Hey, what's decent, yo? I got a crazy match against my boy SacredFireNegro. Now, when I requested a battle against him, I had something intricate in mind. Now, I noticed your sub box is obscured with LP parts and competitive matches that I would not get the world not to see. Now, upon that level of thinking, upon the way of thinking that I could, separate myself from the status quo and how can I make my videos a little bit more interesting to the public, came the ideology about how I can engage in what is called an in-game competitive match against my boy SacredFireNegro. And that is basically us using our in-game parties in a competitive match. Like that's nuts. Who the hell does that? So he's done that with his boys Vileplume, switch right out into his Mega Metagross as you will see in a minute. After me going for the Reflect, actually underestimating his ability to have the Earthquake, because I thought that you get Earthquake a little bit later on in the game. Because when I asked him on Twitter about his levels, he was like, "Yo, I'm level 45, I'm about to be in the E4." So I was like, you know what? He probably is short, just a little bit short of grabbing the TM Earthquake. So he probably may not have it. I'm gonna stay and go for the Reflect. Bad idea, as he inflicts the Earthquake not only in my Swampert, but more importantly my Metagross. So now I gotta switch out into my Mighty Anna to intimidate it after getting off the Reflect, and he shows me Hammer Arm that scared the crap out of me, but it's not doing anything. It even made me into orange, man. What are you doing right now? I'm gonna go for the Howl, me thinking that he was actually gonna initially switch out into something else so I could get a +1 on the switch, but now he decides to switch, and more importantly, he switches into Torkoal. So I was like, you know what? I know he's not gonna want to attack me. I was thinking that he was gonna switch into his Vileplume or something like that, something to take the damage, but then I forgot about Torkoal being a physically defensive Pokemon, able to eat up anything that poor little Mighty Anna would do. So I'm gonna switch out to my boy Swampert. I gotta be careful about how much damage it's inflicting onto my Swampert, because I may need that to take down his Mega Metagross, because Mega Metagross is looking super scary right now. I decided to stay in anyway, go for the Earthquake, because I was expecting the Vileplumes switching to come in, and I didn't even expect it to do over half. I was like, whoa. I know the Vileplume's part poison, so it takes neutral damage since that grass types are resistant to ground type attacks. So I was like, you know what? He's gonna go for the Giga Drain. I'm just gonna switch out to my boy Dustox, and I was thinking that I know that he was gonna switch out, but I didn't expect him to switch out into his Mega Metagross. I was thinking like something else, like maybe Torkoal, because I am packing the Quiver Dance as well as the Bug Buzz. But then again, who the hell uses Dustox fully in their playthrough? I mean, I've never seen anybody, I mean, not even to cut myself off, but little kids in Nintendo World clown Dustox, for crying out loud, who was using that completely. So anyway, on my Mighty Anna switching, he shows me the Zen Headbutt once again, and then follows it up with a Meteor Mash, but that is not enough to take out my Mighty Anna. And after showing off the Sucker Punch, I'm thinking that he's gonna want to switch out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same, especially since I want to switch out to my girl Altaria. Yes, come in and Mega Evolve and destroy these clowns, man. Oh my gosh, Mega Altaria gets no screen time. It lives in the shadow of Mega Metagross for good reason too. But at the same time, I'm just gonna inflict the Earthquake, and then he's gonna show me Flamethrower. I don't even know why he went for the Flamethrower. It's a Mega Altaria. It's an Altaria to begin with, which has Dragon type attributes. So maybe he was actually expecting me to switch right out into my Metagross or something else that may inflict some super effective damage onto the Torkoal. So I think that was his thought process there. He goes into Latios, which is not exactly the best of plays, because I am Fairy type now, so he's going to show me Fly, not inflicting much damage to me. So I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that his Latios was airborne, and then go for the Toxic in case he wants to do something else, because I know that my Echo Voice is a little bit shy of damage output. So I'm thinking that he's probably just trying to bide his time to go right back out into his Mega Metagross, which is okay, because if I do happen to inflict a Echo Voice on it, that just means that Mighty Anna's Sucker Punch will be able to one-shot it, because it's short of a 2-hit KO by itself. So now I'll just go for the Toxic again on his Swampert. He shows me Rock Slide, probably forgetting that Mega Altaria loses his flying type attributes upon Mega Evolution. So he's better off going for the Earthquake, but it probably may not process in his mind. I'm thinking that he probably might inflict some Surfs or some Waterfall. There you go, Waterfalls. Waterfalls on me, because I guess he went for the Rock Slide and showed that the Rock Slide wasn't inflicting that much damage onto it. So he's probably searching in his mind, like, what can he really do to Altaria? He can't really do anything unless he processes that Mega Altaria no longer has flying type attributes, so he can hit it with an Earthquake or a Mudshot. But then again, his Mega Metagross has Earthquake, so I'm pretty sure that he has a TM, even if his Swampert hasn't learned it by itself yet. So I'm just gonna switch out into Dustox, because I don't want it to, I want this to be an open opportunity for my Dustox to get up a Quiver Dance. I don't really want at the same time for his Mega Metagross to destroy me, but at the same time he switches into his Cosplay Pikachu and goes for the Thunder Wave crippling me entirely, thinking that no, I wanted this thing to be faster. I needed to inflict some damage, man. His Torkoal is specially oriented, so if I get off enough quiver dances, it's not doing anything onto a Dustox. Imagine a Dustox bringing home this whole entire battle. What is going on here? He shows me Thunderbolt again, and then after inflicting a secondary Thunderbolt, it's not going to be enough to finish it off, and I'm just going to get off a nice little roost. I'm thinking that I need my Dustox for a little bit later on, so I'm just going to finish off this Pikachu, and then afterwards switch out on whatever comes in. I'm thinking that probably the Mega Metagross and or the Torkoal might come in. More lenient on the Mega Metagross, but he switches in his Torkoal, and I'm like, you know what, I need this for a little bit later on because he has Vileplume, and Vileplume stabs aren't inflicting anything onto the Dustox. He double resists both of Vileplume stabs. So he's just going to show me Flame Wheel. So he has both Flamethrower and Flame Wheel. Alright. So now I'm just going to inflict the Earthquake onto his Torkoal. And then Torkoal is going to bite the dust. And that is that out of the way. Good job, Mega Altaria. He's going to go back into his Mega Metagross. I need my Mega Altaria for a little bit later on. So I'm just going to switch out. Especially since he has a Latias waiting in the back wings for me. I'm going to go for the Pikachu because I know that he's going to want to go for the Meteor Mash. And he shows me Meteor Mash. But Pikachu's defenses are not enough to withstand that. And not only that, Mega Metagross is faster. So I can't inflict a discharge or a light screen or anything like that. I can't even go for the damn dig. I have dig on this thing. So Cosplay Pikachu is out of the game. So Swampert, as I was saying a little bit earlier on, being wary about how much damage my Swampert is taking, I'm just gonna come in and go for the Earthquake after taking that nice little Meteor Mash. I wasn't exactly sure if I could take a Zen Headbutt upon switching in because it was my initial switching when I should have actually switched in the Mighty End and go for the Sucker Punch on his switch out, and then afterwards just continue the process since I do have 8 since I did PP max that. So now my Mega Metagross is going to come back in, and that is his last Pokemon, I believe, with the Latios. And I'm like, you know what, it even processed in my mind that I have a Fairy type Pokemon in the back wings, and it didn't process that this is not his last Pokemon. His other last Pokemon is the, no, he has 3 left. What am I talking about? So I'm going to set it to reflect. He has Vileplume, Latios, and something else I can't remember right now. So I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt, finishing off the Vileplume. Now he has 2 Pokemon left over. Crit didn't even matter at all. And then he's going to switch in his Popeyes, which is his Swampert. Alright, so Swampert is slower, so I'm just going to go for a secondary Zen Headbutt to finish that off. And that is out of the way. And now his last Pokemon happens to be his Latias. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking that my own Metagross can take this battle home since I do resist Latios indefinitely. So he's gonna go for the Dragon Breath, paralyze me. I go for the Meteor Mash, connect with it. Actually, I connect with it, and then afterwards, I'm just gonna switch out into my Mega Altaria. I'm like, you know what? He can't do anything to me right now. So Mega Altaria is gonna come in, and then the Echo Voice is gonna indefinitely finish off this dude. So that was a great game. Thank you very much for the battle opportunity, SacredFireNegro. I had a great time with this. If you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like. If you guys want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to me. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Peace. What you doing?